Hi Capricorns, welcome to Josie K Tarot. I'm Josie K and this is your June Summer Lovin' 2018 reading. Welcome to those of you who are new. Welcome back to the many who come to me for personal readings on a weekly, monthly, and or yearly basis. Thank you for the feedback. Thank you for especially the follow-up emails after a personal reading as to how you've allowed for Spirit to guide you in your path, and it ends up being a path that is full of enlightenment, joy, fulfillment, happiness in every way. So that is what I do. I'm here to guide positivity. I pray also for those who have not connected deeply with who they truly are and who get a little bit offended that Spirit says what it says. But you know, when you follow Spirit, they want you to always do the right thing. And that's where I feel some Capricorns are right now, is that you guys have hoped and wished and prayed for maybe someone who was, I don't know if they are in a partnership. I do feel a feminine energy, but I do feel just someone who's very comfortable, or you're very comfortable in your environment and you're wishing to maybe come together with another energy, another person. But I feel like it is more of a seductive type energy, not so much a love energy, especially not from the other person, I don't think. Now we'll get to that a little further down the line here. But they make you feel good regardless. They make you feel happy and fulfilled. But if there's doubt, if there's question, if there's concern, know that that's a sign that something may have to come to an end, that something may have gone full circle. How do you know when something's gone full circle? Well, because you start to get the clarity you need to recognize a circumstance. And then you have the choice to decide, do I want this in my path or not? So then you move forward and you connect with either that person or someone new, and you advance more in your life, because every time we meet a new person, we learn more about ourselves, right? All right, so the card I pulled for you guys is She Loves. Now this is number, so that is 61. 6 plus 1 is 7. So 7 is about major spirituality. It is a challenging spiritual time where people start to decide, do I choose a new direction for myself? I'm going to read a little bit from the book here to give credit to the author, and then we'll move into the energies of the Capricorns and someone whom by which they may be thinking of at this time in June 2018. This oracle brings you a message from the divine. You are forgiven. You are worthy of forgiveness, and you are capable of great spiritual generosity in forgiving those around you. If there's a person that you cannot forgive, you are really just not forgiving yourself, perhaps for being vulnerable, for not knowing better, or for just not listening to your own intuition. It's time to let that go and allow the forgiveness that the divine has for you to fill your heart. You are free now. You just need to realize it. The cherry blossom knows when to bloom each year and never questions whether its beauty is enough. There is peace in knowing you will always bloom well. Yet man speaks and spends a lifetime in wonder. Now there's a lot of messages coming here already. Remember to always write down what it is you're hearing from the video and through the month of June, so that you can kind of self-study and see where you're at. Who is this person that is seductive and yet is not a healthy connection for me? Why am I unsure about my path ahead? Am I contemplating bringing a cycle to a close? Then I therefore need to have communication with someone, or allow myself to communicate with new or different people, right? All right, so I'm starting the circle spread I'm doing a circle spread with the Wisdom of the Oracle deck by Colette Baron Reed. And the first card is to represent your current energies here on Earth at this time in your path, right? So it's about exchanging gifts, kind words, and all that beautiful stuff. It's about having fun and just really reflecting on the joy that you were feeling in your life, okay? Through a connection with someone and in your thoughts in the next week and a half or two from watching the video or into June 2018, Spirit saying, remain flexible. Don't try to put a name on a friendship yet or a partnership if you're single. Remember in partnership with those who love you to remember to remain flexible and to continue to exchange gifts of kind words and love gifts, however. Now, in your relationship sector, some of you, not all of you, are feeling orphaned, left without an answer, right? And that's why I don't trust the energies of the person that you guys may have been hoping for. We'll continue. In your creative aspects position, Spirit saying, we're trying to guide you. So instead of feeling like you don't know what the future looks like, pray to Spirit to guide you into the right direction and let them show you the way. All right? Look for the serendipity of things. And you can do this every moment of every day once you get really good at communicating with Spirit and the signs and recognizing everything. I might do a video about that. So in your actions position, they're saying use your imagination and exchange gifts, messages, connections, and pay attention to the serendipity of certain circumstances and or communications. Because emotionally, Spirit wants you to feel like everything is fair and balanced. Why? Because balance brings happiness, right? So in your subconscious, for those of you who are at an imbalance because of pain, anguish, frustration, there needs to really be some sort of mending, some sort of coming together and healing before you can move forward into the future. So allow for the healing to take place. Maybe send one last message and say, from here out, I'm going to take an oath that if I don't receive a kind message back or any message at all, that I will mend myself, right? Know that subconsciously. Now in your practical day-to-day matters position, it's about finding happiness in the little things, exchanging gifts and communication with new, different people somehow, and recognizing the serendipity of your future opening up. Some of you may have thought a person or situation was your future, but you're going to find out that somebody was not truthful in some way, maybe by the middle of June, and it's going to help. You're going to have the strength to let a cycle come to a close. Spirit's offering you in the inner strengths position of the circle spread, the go the distance energies when it comes to taking the action to use your imagination to exchange gifts and meaning like messages and kind words with those around you, smiling, finding those wings and dusting them off there behind you, and really giving and caring for others around you so that you can find out who gives back. So they're saying remain poised at this time in the first couple weeks of June 2018 and recognize and give thanks to Spirit for all the wonderful things that you have, because there truly is no place like home. But if our home is filled with negativity, negative thoughts, feelings, emotions, viewpoints, perspectives, or ways of thinking, we will miss the opportunity for this new life. This new life energy. Now in the next 2 to 3 weeks, we've got, okay, Spirit saying, sit in the here and now, journal some of what you have learned in your past and how you're going to move forward differently into the future and what goals you're going to be setting. That will keep you from going over and over in your mind about a situation or circumstance. It'll help for you to find comfort in your life. It'll help for you to recognize those who give back to you when you give your kindness to them. And in the outcome position, as you're going the distance, to use your imagination to find out or who truly brings you joy. Then you will just need to take the steps in the correct order. Then you will realize that it's time to leave a path behind and to move towards the next one. But it's got to be done in a certain way. It's got to be done in a karmically positive way. So let what's around you burn away if it needs to, and know that you'll be reborn through the process. Yes, Spirit's trying to bring you guys a gift, a blessing. This usually comes in the form of love or money, or both, on the back of this tortoise. As long as some of you, not all of you, recognize any sort of unfulfilling patterns or cycles, meditate and pray, or at least observe and think about what it is you truly want, so Spirit can help manifest that for you. Some of you are going to receive a message that's going to help for you to bring closure to a connection with someone else by the 3rd week of June 2017. And that's okay, because there's new communications opening up for you right away, and that's because Spirit's trying to guide you towards the right person, the right location, the right people. All right, your tribe, right? Where you can find that milk and honey and comfort and happiness. Dear Lord, Spirit, guides, and angels, please bless those born under the sun sign, moon sign, and or rising. Okay, thank you. Rising sign of Capricorn. June 2018, love and romance. If we could, please. All right, so we've got right off the bat, representing now, you guys exchanging gifts, messages, kind words. There may even be a little bit here that's very passionate or seductive, like I talked about. And in your mental aspects position, remain flexible, because, yeah, someone might regret something here in the next 2 weeks. So remember, there's a dishonest energy around you in the first couple weeks here, whoever's energies I'm pulling for this general reading. And thank you for those of you who tell me it was your reading. If you need me to pull your personal energies, I'm available at my email, which is josiek42@gmail.com, and the information and prices are listed below. So we have, in your relationship sector, feeling orphaned. Okay, but look at this. If you get excited and communicate financially in a new direction, you're going to find yourself not only connecting to a new tribe of people, but you're going to find yourself in a financially secure, happy, and abundant position. Wow, in your relationship sector. So creatively, do what's best for you right now, especially when it comes to finances, especially when it comes to walking away from aggression. Okay? It is a spiritual time. It's a challenging time, and it's a time to make a difficult decision. But Spirit's there saying, we're going to give you the right messages, and you're going to recognize that the door is right behind you, and you can just walk away from this battle and go towards gifts to yourself, is what I just heard. So in your actions position, use your imagination to turn fantasy, passion, excitement, seduction, whatever this is, into some sort of creative project, hobby, gift, talent, or skill. Maybe even sit down and do a puzzle, but find time to just be alone and think about something that does seem very seductive. In your emotional aspects position, we have balance here. Spirit saying you can walk away from trouble, and we will guide you to a balanced energy if you recognize the serendipity of the messages we're sending you. Okay, creatively, it's about walking away and recognizing balance comes from those I'm close to, maybe from a person who has children, or you're concentrating on finding balance in your life when it comes to children or someone from your past. So I'm going to reiterate a little bit here. Somebody was maybe giving gifts to someone, or vice versa, and dreams were coming true and everybody felt great and things were passionate. But in the next couple weeks, Spirit's saying remain flexible, because there's going to be some sort of just understanding that someone's not answering, and that even when you do communicate or are dealing with people in your current vicinity, you're just not happy with the space you're in. That's why Spirit's stepping in and showing you the serendipity. They really, really are expressing to use your imagination. Be fair when it comes to those that maybe you've known for a long time, and recognize that it's a time to mend connections with others, but also with your own self. You're going to be learning something in the next 4, 5, maybe even 6 weeks, where you're communicating with new people, working on a new project, new idea. And you're loving that. And it's filling the empty space of the orphaned energies in your relationship sector. So here we have in your practical day-to-day matters position, you guys getting happy because you're setting intentions for yourself, and Spirit's going to give you the key through the serendipity of how things begin to flow smoothly for you. So it may feel like a difficult choice. It's just really not. All you have to do is take off that blindfold, look at the situation for truly what it is, and tell yourself, if you have to write it down in one sentence, what makes me happy is. And it should have to do with self, for one thing. First and foremost, my life. Happiness in my life. And then recognize that happiness. Give thanks to the blessings. Go the distance to really put your energy into a creative project. You may even hear back from someone about what you're creating unexpectedly and find that people want to pay for what you're making. So, clean up your space. Recognize there's no place like home. Remain poised and flexible. Because at some point, some of you are going to recognize it's time to just leave those troubled waters behind. Because right ahead of you is a blessing of a brand new life. So in the next 2 to 3 weeks, instead of sitting here going over and over something in your head, it's time to recognize the past, look to the future, make the decision to understand that there is a path that no longer serves you. Okay, it is no longer fulfilling, it's no longer meant to be. So take the steps. You will be taking the steps. You have the energy to take the steps, to move in a new direction, to communicate with new people, and to find yourself in a financially abundant and secure position whereby which you can give and care for others. You can provide to others. You know, all you have to do is follow spiritual guidance. Pray to Spirit for messages and signs, and they will bring your treasure to you. As long as you've learned not to go round and round with untrustworthy entities, human beings, okay? Now, in a 3-card summary here to my left, with the same Tarot of Dreams deck, we've got the first week and a half to 2 weeks being represented by the Chariot energies. I think this is where Spirit's trying to say, remain flexible. You know, try new things, new ideas, new something, but start, you know, putting your energy into creating success some way, somehow. Even though you're not sure exactly where it is that you're going, be flexible and find out what it is that makes you happy. Does it make you happy to go to the zoo, take pictures at the zoo and sell them online on, you know, come up with something that fulfills you, and don't worry so much about the life paths of those around you, okay? This is about finding success and just saying, you know, I'm going to follow this path. I am now understanding what it is that I want. I just want this beautiful house on a lake with land and animals and beautiful things around me. A place where I can find peace and contentment and joy. Some of you Capricorns may be dealing with a Virgo or someone who has Virgo in their chart. Either way, for sure, when it comes to finances in June, your wish is coming true. You guys are going to be recognized, like I was talking about, for some when it comes to a creative project or something you put your energy into. You can now grow and manifest into a bigger, better future than expected. And with the Hanging Man energies, you're going to be able to find some time in the first week and a half or 2 to really think about what it is you want, and then something will come quickly and unexpectedly. Someone may test you in the 2nd week from watching the video or into June 2018. And yeah, there's a passionate connection there, but is there love? And that's where someone's feeling like they have to make a decision, or they want to make a decision. You guys put a lot of energy into a project or into your education or something. You've come a long way. And again, some of you as well may have put a lot of energy into someone who has Earth in their chart, who's maybe a little older than you, or who is like a father type figure. And now you can choose, do I want to deal with this Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, or Rising? Or am I going to use the energies of the Strength card and allow for the High Priestess to bring me to the truth of a situation, so that I may claim victory over my path and move into my own soul purpose? Yes, because Serendipity is happening because they're trying to say don't fall into these energies. These energies are about becoming addicted to a person, place, circumstance, situation, substance. So we get ourselves into this position when we choose negativity, and that's when the wheel goes backwards and we end up here. So it's about making sure you're making the right decisions mid-June when someone comes in quickly. I keep seeing this, so I have to say, for some of you, not all of you, you may be tempted by someone who has Earth in their chart, older than you, maybe an older gentleman of a family. It could be a lot of things, but something happening quickly. I am feeling like, yeah, it could be a fire sign, Sagittarius or Leo, sun, moon, or rising, male or female, though it's a masculine energy. And you guys are here working on this new idea, trying to let go of the pain and anguish of the past and recognizing, boom, there's my gift from heaven, something that starts out small because I've used my imagination and have created something whereby which people can give what I'm creating as gifts and etc. And this path is going to lead me to great financial abundance and security. Beautiful. So in the outcome position representing the next 4 or 5 weeks or so, it's Spirit is helping you with this major arcana judgment to make the right choices. In this deck, this Knight moves quickly when he recognizes, which is different than the Rider-Waite deck and others. He recognizes the right choice and then he moves towards it full board ahead because he recognizes that he can come out from under the weight on his back when it comes to a passionate situation or a financial situation. Here's a new exciting path when it comes to passion that may be available with a fire sign, Sagittarius or Leo, sun, moon, or rising, male or female, because this is general. But whatever it is, you know, make sure it's fair. When you burst that bubble of I feel stuck and you free yourself, make sure somebody's really giving back what you give to them, because your ship's going to come in. And for some of you, not all of you, you're going to not feel happy with what you got, and then you're going to sit there with this little bit of money saying, how do I start all over again? And some of you may even have to go through a divorce, or Spirit saying you will finally cut away from that situation, that person. Wow, that was a lot of messages. I felt at least 3 or 4 different energies there, but if they feel like they're trying to communicate with you again, I'm available at my email address for personal energy reads, which is josieK42@gmail.com. So I'm going to bring in the Wisdom of the House of Night deck by PC Cast and Colette Baron Reed. And I'm going to ask Spirit to please provide Capricorns with clearly defined messages regarding spiritual guidance, please. June 2018. Thank you. Okay. Some of you are trying to figure out where it is by which you truly belong. There are passionate messages, but they've been small. They've been kind. They've been sweet. For somebody, not everybody. And in your mental aspects position, you're trying to remain flexible, but there's a lot here about regret, sadness, depression, and etc. That's why the High Priestess of Earth is coming in. She's coming into your thoughts to say, I'm going to help you to come up with new ideas, new projects, something you can create that will manifest financial abundance and security. Look at here. In your relationship sector, let go of the orphaned energies by recognizing that as long as you are happy in your path, it doesn't matter what others do. Okay, we need to take an oath to stand by ourselves and where we belong first and what we're manifesting in ourselves with our soul purpose that brings us happiness day to day. So in your creative aspects position, there is serendipity here. Recognizing, is it worth this fight? Is it worth the trouble? How can I manifest comfort and happiness in a place by which I can belong? Some of you, not all of you, may be moving into a direction alone and saying, I'm going to use my imagination to find myself a place to sit for a while and to think and maybe work on this financial project. In your actions position at this time, you can summon in who and or what you so choose, though I do suggest this be financially for a little bit here in the next 4 weeks. Recognize that everything that has transpired in our path, no matter how difficult it was, happened because consciously, subconsciously, or spiritually, we accepted it into our path and everything that was tied to it. So now it's a time to use your imagination and say, I'm going to manifest a solid foundation for myself. I'm going to create something that I'm passionate about, and I'm going to share it with the world, right? Yes, they're saying in connection with others, that may be a situation involving children somehow, or someone from your past who might have knocked you off balance. Recognize that there was a time that you guys were clear about your boundaries, you had your goals set, you knew what you were doing, you got there, you did them, and somehow you ended up with a blindfold on, swinging that sword in the dark, which knocked off your balance, right? Nobody likes to be there. So again, they're saying, we are trying to balance things out for you. Be clear about your boundaries, especially if it's a situation involving children, one way or another, however that applies to you. So in your subconscious, we have mending a connection, learning more about maybe a creative project or financial situation, or just about this connection, mending a connection and coming back together with someone in a playful manner, but having boundaries now, right? By the third week of June 2018, having the ability and the strength to figure out what makes you happy, and the key to set goals and intentions, to finally take off the blindfold and say, here's what I want to summon into my path, here's where I belong, this is what I should be doing, I'm going to apply my creativity, my imagination, and I am going to go the distance to achieve success in my life, even though I still may not be clear about this path ahead of me when it comes to a playful connection. But I'm going to focus on me into the end of June, early July 2018. So remain poised. Great things are happening in your own home, in your own mind, in your own space. Leave all troubled, negative waters behind. And now right away I was thinking, don't take a risk, but this poised energy is so happy. And then I saw this. So take a risk when it comes to a brand new life, a new direction, moving to a new home. If it is bigger, better, more money ahead of you, and someone is holding you back, don't let them hold you back. Remember what you learned, because that path, these cups are empty now, right? The path no longer serves you, and Spirit wants to put you in the position of milk and honey, and in connection with a tribe that will help for you to shed old energies of chaos and conflict, of those who were not maybe honest. And then you're going to go. You're going to put closure on a situation. It could be with a business, could be with a person, could be with whoever this is, whatever this is. You will recognize it, and Spirit's saying you can create it. You can draw pictures of a corner office. You could draw pictures of being married to this person, or their faces, whatever it is you want to manifest in your path ahead. Everything just needs to be done by the book. Spirit's saying you will recognize that you've been reborn spiritually, that you understand something more clear than you did before, and you're going to stand by the fact that things need to be done karmically by the book. So some of you, not all of you, are going to take the time to go sit in the woods, in the grove, with your couch and your kitty cat and your blanket, and think about the path ahead. And as you're working on that, knowing that communication is going to come in from those who are meant to be in your path, and so will the blessings and the gifts of the Treasure Island energy. So in a 3-card summary with the same wisdom of the House of Night deck, we've got the beginning of June kind of feeling complicated when it comes to a love connection. Is it love, or is it just seduction and passion? Spirit wants you to focus on your individuality. They're trying to tell you that you're not seeing the big picture of a situation. There's denial, there is deception here. Don't forget what happened in the past. Now, in the next 2 to 3 weeks, the High Priestess of Air is showing up to help cut away from people, places, circumstances, situations, and environments that do not serve you any longer. Even if you're not strong enough to make that difficult decision, Spirit's going to help you, because this is about remaining loyal to your path first, your boundaries. So listen to those who come into your path that want to be playful and have fun, not to what they're telling you, but to their actions. Do they do as they say? Some of you are going to recognize that maybe you've been in a little bit of denial about a connection, and that's only going to promise you stronger energies of stronger self-worth. And that's what you guys are going to understand. Spirit's going to shine on you and you're going to go, yes, you know what? I just succeeded. And they're saying congratulations not only to that, but to having the strength to set new goals for yourself. And as you're creating a new path, remain honest with yourself. When you come up against another test in the future, okay, so here comes that communication early July for some of you, not all of you, and that doorway is blocked as well. So Spirit's saying we are blocking doorways for you to protect you because you've been down those paths and you've learned. You've learned to make a choice, the right choice between healthy connections and a chaotic connection. Some of you, not all of you. If you listen to the energies that Spirit is offering you and apply them in your life, you will find this fulfillment. You will no longer be focused on I feel stuck. I feel stuck inside, I feel stuck outside. However it is, Spirit's saying once you understand what it is you should be wishing for, they're going to assist you in bringing a wish to come true. And as you're focusing on a new beginning, I'd have to say that by the 5th week from watching the video, going into early July, it may be that you're looking at 2 different cats here, which I've never seen this like before. Neither one of them may be the same, but you know, neither one of them see the situation the same as you do either. So if you're single, you know, wait till the 3rd guy comes along, which could be a little later. Have hope as you let go. And this whole process, the self-worth has to do with recognizing cycles and patterns that bring to you unfulfilling results. Once we recognize a pattern or a cycle that we do and how it never got us anywhere, then we can start to think about what we're going to do differently when it comes to a passionate connection. Yes, and they're clarifying. Don't be in denial of your own self-worth. That was a clear message. So I think to close, I'm just going to pull a card from the Daily Guidance from your Angels Oracle deck by Doreen Virtue. Capricorns, please. June 2018. Okay. So you guys have energy work. Working on your own energy. What do you want to summon in? What do you want to take an oath to yourself about? What difficult choices are ahead? How are you going to use your imagination to step into a new successful path ahead? And how are you going to handle situations with other humans in the future if you are single? And if you are trying to climb the financial ladder, there are great opportunities ahead. Even if you want to start your own business, that might be something to think about at this time in June. The card says life can be electrifying because its very essence is energy. Your body is a remarkable energy field that will positively respond to loving treatments. Your hands and heart are activated to give healing energy to your loved ones and your clients. So as you give out love, Spirit is bringing in a new life, a new energy, new experiences, new people, and these are going to be at a much higher spiritual level than where you were at. They're going to be much more beautiful. You're going to learn more. There's going to be new people. And if you're single, I would say wait and get to know this group of new people in the next few weeks. But remember, you have control over what it is you summon into your life, and Spirit's saying you don't have to stay in a situation that's uncomfortable. Follow the serendipity, and Spirit will give you signs and messages to help you make the right decision about where it is that you belong and who and or what it is that truly makes you happy. So take some time to think about what makes you happy and put a lot of energy into that. Enjoy your summer. Enjoy the month of June. Communicate with everyone. And if someone is negative, take them off Facebook. I don't know. All right. Thank you so much for stopping by. I hope to hear from you guys soon. If you'd like me to pull your personal energies, my email, again, if I said it before, is josiek42@gmail.com, and the prices are listed below. Take care, and God bless.